Hey you folks, Quilly13 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Darkest Dungeon. When we last left things off, we were actually halfway through a dungeon that was proving to be a little bit challenging for our mostly newbie-ish group of people over here. I did finally remember to equip that move charm on the Jester, which is good because he doesn't need, he doesn't need any accuracy whatsoever, but the move resist will actually pay off extremely well for him. This dungeon, he's being screwed over and over by being moved out of position. He wants to stay in the back so he can just keep singing his song all day long. The stress on fillets here, our level 0 guy, but otherwise we're okay. This stack of books. First of all, torch up a little bit more. Stack of books. We can do what? Did I not have notes for this? I don't think we want to burn it. I think it's really important. If we burn the books, we get a bunch of stress, I think. At least that's what the spreadsheet seems to imply. Now, if we read them, there's a chance that we'll get stressed or the light will go down. Not good. There's also a chance we'll get a quirk, of which 2/3 of the time it'll be positive. I'm going to skip it on this group because they're having a bit of a challenge as is. It's not the time to take risks. We will get a fight in the next room. We still have clean guns on our highwaymen, so hopefully we'll be alright. We have one drummer, one spitter. Finally the enemy gets surprised, because I've been surprised constantly throughout this dungeon, which has certainly been part of the issue. I'm going to start by doing a come hither on the drummer. Bring him to the front so we can kick his ass before he goes and stresses out everyone. The other item I would like to get for the Jester is higher speed, so that he can get the buff off right away from the beginning. Let's go ahead and do a Grape Shot Blast, especially since they're surprised. We can really afford to not focus fire. Zealous Accusation. Very nice. Now it sucks that the Swine Wretch is still alive, because he does have spits and things he can do, which are not great, but I could do a de-stress. They're low enough, I may not want to stack another level of the buff. And instead, I could just drop some de-stress. It's going to be really important to not trigger this guy's stress. Just to, well, if nothing else, try to make us have less downtime in town, which would be nice. We'll definitely get a great shot here. Very good. So we will get one spit, but he's vomiting on someone who doesn't have much in the way of stress. It's not too terrible. Although I guess the advantage of having all the stress on one person is that I only have to worry about sending one person for some help. As long as the dungeon run goes well, we can actually burn off quite a bit of stress over the course of it. I suppose especially with the Jester. The fact that he's stunned doesn't bother me here at all, actually. Sucks that he's a little lower in health. You know what? I'm actually... Oh, I can't battle heal him. It's too far back. We'll battle heal Flobo, though. Not a huge amount. But we should finish him off. He doesn't have much speed. I'm going to go for the kill now. Or not. Might have opened myself up to another attack from these guys. I think probably... Oh, wow. We really get to go with everyone. Ooh, that's good. All right. So we were able to sneak in a couple of points of heal there, but it turned out to almost fail.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I don't like reducing damage. Having more stun and bleed is quite nice, but Bounty Hunter, do you have stuns and bleeds? No. What? I guess the items might be like semi-randomly generated or something. That's like shitty thing. I mean, unless I missed it, which is entirely possible. Do I want medicinal herbs? No. I mean, I could replace it for the holy water, but no, this will be fine. And open the chest. We do have a key, which will ensure that it's not trapped, plus we'll get a few more heirlooms.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Huh. That's really interesting. Resisting affliction is kind of nice. Death blow resist is not great, especially when we have no hit points. Can I just take all? No. Tell you what, for the sake of taking extra loot, I'll go ahead and equip it on him right now. I'm not 100% convinced, though. Yes, we get a scouting burst. Very nice. Alright, well, we'll go west. We can keep going for now. Cross our fingers that we don't die. Eat. We have lots of food. The Moonshine Barrel. I think we need herbs. Yeah, derp. I keep forgetting. This dungeon is the one you want a lot of herbs in. I should have actually grabbed it. I'm not going to drink from that as is because I think it's quite dangerous. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a great idea. Oh, fuck! I knew it was there. I, like, let go.
Mechanical hazards.
That's brutal. Of course, he's going to get
evil
stressed
intent.
when he already has it. And we don't have any bandages. Like, I'm, like, willing my fingers. That's old man reflexes. I saw it. I'm like, I saw the trap. And I couldn't stop myself from moving forward in time. That is... Don't get old, kids. Sucks. It really sucks. Alright, this room is empty. And we get more scouting. I mean, we did do the thing where we get the 50% scouting boost, so that's really good. Apparently, if I talk in a song, it makes it a little easier. La da 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 da. Let's move down here. Ugh, that's like tons of bleed. Alright, don't vomit all over me. No, don't target the bounty hunter. Okay, that's fine. The damage is nothing. Oh! Don't have him become afflicted. Did it just develop? Oh, it... Because of his creeping cough, bad things happen. You have bulimic? Ew. Or no, you just developed a disease. Oh, shit! So, okay, that's the disease resistance. So every time you get hit by some of those, sometimes you get a disease. He got creeping cough, which is brutally bad. It's actually a possibility. Since we never leveled him up because he was 0, we might actually ditch fillets and try to find another bounty hunter rather than spend a bunch of resources curing his stuff. I think that's actually very, very likely.
A devastating
All right,
blow.
well, that's good. Lose a little bit of stress. Thank you. I'm actually just going to go Inspiring Tune here. Since the fight's not going to last long enough for the buffs to really be important, these things are going to die pretty easily. I mean, a little bonus accuracy would be nice, but... Oh, that is really annoying. A little bonus accuracy is nice, but I don't need... I was going to say I don't need the bonus damage or crit, but apparently I may have. Really? Oh, come on! Alright, thank you for the dodge. Last thing I want are more diseases. De-stress. So, if the Jester wasn't in the back, he could actually attack, but he couldn't sing his tune. Very interesting choice. I suppose if your party run was going in such a way that no one was particularly stressed, you could do a little swap you would do with the Jester. Do I want to take a second and heal? I think so, because he's gone this round. Oh, right, I can't heal the Jester from there. So let's do a little love tap over here. Oh, it is gonna be a new round, and he's gonna fucking go. I was sure I had one person left. Don't give me a disease. Alright, a little bit of stress there. It doesn't matter too much. We'll Inspiring Tune the group and then finish that effer off. Alright.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
More heal to Vestals doesn't sound particularly useful. If there's more healing done by Vestals, that would be amazing, but I'm not taking fewer hit points. Might make a little bit more sense, in a sense, on a frontline guy, just because he's more likely to get healed a lot, so the fact that it reduces his max a little doesn't matter as much. But yeah. Alright, I think we will finish this dungeon, but it's not pretty. I mean, let's not pretend. Alright, so that was nice and empty. A little bit more scouting, including a trap, so assuming I can actually click on it and not just walk through it on autopilot, we'll be in pretty good shape. Eat. Alright, we still have a little food left. Keep the map up. Like, I hate the fact that they've chosen to do this, like, tab interface back and forth. It's kind of a little frustrating. Because you gotta keep the map up, so I see that. I can't remember who's got the highest trap resistance. Someone... Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I guess him. Wonderful job.
Ambushed by foul
Oh my god. And 6 bleed damage. Well, this is poop. That is quite bad. Oh, we need some light. Double that up. Eeh, that is really poor. Alright, it is empty. Tempted to make him eat a couple of pieces of food. In fact, I will do that. Just in case there's another hunger, I'm not going to use any more, but just give him a little bit of extra juice over here. We have no info here. It's not great. Oh, an extra torch is nice. Yeah, just as we entered that zone. We actually went down a tick for lighting. We are low on torches. I didn't go overkill on torches, which might be a little bad. Again, normally I don't use that many torches, but normally I have a Vestal who's spamming stuff that increases torchlight. and Inspiring Cry, which is another option. We don't have any of that stuff. Could be worse. We could have an occultist in here bringing light down. This is gonna suck. Oh, thank God they're surprised. Because that's a lot of stress. And I really do have to get Jester's speed up. That would be really, really nice. So we'll start with a Grape Shot. For sure. And I think I'm gonna hook... I'll hook the Swine Wretch, just because he's a little bit more killable. The Drummer is more of a pain in the ass, but I want to try to finish one of these guys off. We will Battle Ballad. I actually kind of wish the Inspiring Tune, what's it called? Inspiring Tune, was actually just a focus de-stress. Like, remove 10 stress, because usually it's one person who's really stacking it up quite a bit. So, Zealous Accusation has a chance to kill the Swine Wretch. And I know they're surprised, but I'm really thinking I'm going to do a direct shot here. I want them out of the picture, especially since now I found out they can give you freaking disease. Let's take that out of there. Definitely another Ballad. We're really lucky we'll be able to get a hook on this guy before he goes, and then finish him off. Rent for the Old Gods is fine. Will that reorder them? Get a shot for sure. Come on, Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter next. Oh! Alright, luckily it didn't Death Door me. That is bad. Okay. Drummer to the front. God, that was so bad. Oh, and he's gonna get to go with his... Drooms of... No, what was it? Dums of Droom? Dums of Droom. Drop a heal here, but I think it probably makes sense to go for a kill. Now, Zealous Accusation will probably kill the Brawler. Might kill the Drummer. Or I can just go for a stab on the Drummer. The Drummer... I'm gonna go for this. Oh, if we'd gotten lucky. 1 hit point. Oh, that is so bad. Okay, good. He hasn't gone yet. Kill you. I mean, yeah, this guy's actually really, really dangerous. But I don't like the stress thing. Slice. We're gonna go Inspiring Tune. Just trying to keep this guy just out of getting an affliction range. Your stun resist 50%, so we'll just go for just damage. Oh, you only got 4 hit points left. Cool. We're gonna ignore the stone.
Wealth beyond measure.
I'm actually really happy we got an
Awarded to
extra
the brave
torch.
and the foolhardy alike.
Haven't finished yet. Alright, Portrait's more important than Citrine, certainly. Is there something else we might want to drop? You know what, let's drop the Holy Water. Oh, we did finish! That's an interesting question. Oh, especially with a scout going off. Alright, we'll at least risk going over here. I mean, we don't have full scouting. I don't know if this is like... The fact that this is gray, is this guaranteed empty? Like, this is, I guess, is unscouted. This is guaranteed empty. So there's no traps or fights along the way, and everything is empty. So maybe we can poke around at whatever these things are. Get some bonus loot. Back is empty. Eat. Alright. Hopefully you don't get another random eat event. Back is empty. Oh, that's kind of sucking. I should use another torch. And go here. We have shovels. We have shovels. We have 4 shovels? Oh my god.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Okay, I don't remember. I don't think the Moonshine Barrel gives you... It can give you alcoholism. Oh, and it can give us food or blight. I mean, the blight doesn't matter, but the alcoholism certainly would be particularly bad. I guess now we leave. Well, we successfully ran this dungeon. I'm very happy about that.
Fade. Their confidence is shaken.
Decent money. We got a decent number of heirlooms. Not a crazy amount, but it was a level 1 dungeon, so it's not the end of the world. Come on, positive traits. And I think we were going to get rid of fillets. Lazy Eye. Ooh, that's really annoying because it affects the Righteous Accusation, or Zealous Accusation. Hatred of Beasts is really nice. Fast Healer is fine. Can't complain about it one way or another. I think fillets has got to go.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough positive stuff going for him to make it worth getting rid of Creeping Cough, which we have to. Plus, he's got some other stuff. Wasting Sickness means he'll keep getting diseases. So, listen, sorry, buddy. That sucks. I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of Senti. I wish I had recognized that I could have increased the size of my stockpile over here. So, we don't need another Crusader. We actually already have 2 Highwaymen. It's pretty strong. That is pretty strong. Fear of Mankind is very bad. And actually, the Stress Healer could really F us as well. Some of these aren't terrible. I think we just try another Bounty Hunter. Obsessed with cleanliness. Does that mean he's more sensitive to, like, ugly stuff? He's got Eagle Eye for ranged. Come Hither is ranged. And actually, the Flashbang as well. Right, which does no damage. 125% stun chance as a base? That's really good. And a little bit of a shuffle. Now, the shuffle doesn't matter, and I don't like the fact that it does no damage, but that is really high stun chance. Stunning's really good. And we've got the Hook and Slice, which is... Actually, wait. He's actually, like, yeah, mega range bounty hunter. We don't have anyone who can mark right now unless we change things. You know what? And he's got the plus 3% range crit. Did I remember to remove any items that might have been in the other bounty hunter? I probably didn't. Emery! I won't be bored with you.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
10% chance to bleed skill, or stun skills. So again, he doesn't have a bleed, but he does have a stun. So I think when I was mousing before and I was like, does no one have a stun? There is a stun ability. There's still no bleeds, right? Maybe at higher ranks it adds a chance some of these skills might get bleeds. I don't think we need the extra 10% stun chance on the grenade. We'll probably skip that. The move resist, it's not as important, and I really don't like the speed debuff. Bleed Amulet's got some real potential with someone. This, okay. I don't like losing accuracy. That's a frack ton of dodge. I'm going to wait. I'm probably going to wait dodge more than accuracy. I think it's the same. The way I feel like dodge just kind of subtracts from accuracy in a sense. Like, or you both do a roll. Maybe like you do a roll from like 1 to 100 based on your base accuracy for your attacks. And you subtract dodge. It's like something like that. Crit for speed. I don't want the Jester's dice. Jester bleeds, we're not really doing. Alright, we don't have a Plague Doctor again. The crit is interesting because you can really get rid of a lot of stress from just having a crit build. Especially if someone's using an ability that already has a really low base damage. Like, I don't know if you can crit on a flashbang, for example. I'm not sure. But the Vestals have all those abilities that you're using them for stuns and debuffs and stuff, not for the damage. And so, with the Judgment, it's never going to do a ton of damage. Although it does a half-decent job. More like a Dazzling Light. So getting another minus 18% damage on here is not going to necessarily make you or break you. It's got the Torch thing, and it's got the Stun thing. And then if it can crit more, then that reduces stress. I think we might do that. Hurts our DPS, but we don't use like someone like one Marine for DPS. You know what? Let's do it. Surgical gloves. Makes sense based on the character. On average, one Marine will probably do like 1 point of damage less. From 5 to 10, 4 to 9. So on average, just 1 point of damage less. And it is a pretty big drop. It's, you know, slightly more than 10%. But the extra crit, and it doesn't matter if you're putting this on someone with super high crit or low crit. Actually, that's not true. Because if you have 0% crit and you put this on, you are increasing, you know, the trait, the chance of critting by 3%. And it's always increased by 3%, but if you went from, say, if you had a 97% crit rate and you put those on, it goes from 97% to 100%, which, like, eliminates the crit chance. Like, it's not a diminishing return, it's actually an increasing return. Because you are decreasing the chance of a not crit by a larger amount. Something like that. Fuck, there's something. I'm sure I'm not completely insane here. Yeah, there's something like that. I'd have to never do math on live video. It's always bad. But there's some way to look at it that way. It's why a lot of games actually, like World of Warcraft and different things like that, won't give you a direct crit number. Instead, you get a crit rating, and it seems to have a different fall off. Like the higher your crit rate, your actual crit chance is, the less of a crit chance you get per point of crit rating. But as it works out, sort of mathematically, it always like cuts down your chance of not crit by like 10% for every 100 points. Is like some weird thing like that. It's just if you're sitting at 90%, then a 10% reduction in non-critting or, you know, something like that is only 1% extra crit. And that's the way it works in those games, so you get a bit of a fall off. But here, the more you stack it on the one character, the better it actually gets. We'll leave it on there because it's funny. We got Emery over here. I'm not sure what our next run will be. It should probably be something to try to get Emery a little bit more experience. Probably what we'll do is keep powering through some of these level 1 things. I don't know. We could go and kill that Swine Prince. Actually, we're going to have to do that really soon because I'm really worried that we're going to have too many people hit level 3 and not be able to come. So, you know what? I think we're going to finish off the Swine Princes on their next go. And we can really use any of our Crusaders, which is fine. We'll bring Flobo for the DPS. One of our Vestals, certainly. And then, Harriet or Baltimore is an interesting question. Harriet brings a little bit more deeps. But Baltimore's got a really strong buff. Baltimore's only level 1 resolve, which means he's going to be a little bit more vulnerable to stress. And he's got a higher base stress. So I think what we'll probably end up doing is bringing, I don't know, it doesn't really matter which of the two. Someone like, actually we should probably check Warrens. Are we going to Warrens? We are. The Warren Scrounger is the one with the more scouting chance, which is really nice. And then Flobo. Can't bring Essie. So we'll bring, say, that one Marine back, and then probably Harriet for the extra deeps. Something like that would probably be really nice. Fear of Unholy, but there's not that many unholy creatures in the Warrens. Got more Warren Scrounger, which is really nice, and a Warren's Adventurer. Yeah, that's going to be a really good composition. This is definitely what we're going to bring into, and we're going to try to kill the Swine Prince next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye, folks.